President Rodrigo Duterte warns politicians against violating election gun ban.
Totoo, I will not allow anybody strutting around with a Armalite. Bawal talaga yan. And if you pass a checkpoint and you do not stop at sinalbahan ka this warning shot, and if you think that you're a goddamn big-time mayor, kung mamatay ka, ako talaga magsabi. I was the one who ordered it.
Duterte says politicians should not underestimate his government's power to enforce the gun ban.
As a matter of fact, I said it in Baguio. Shoot. Ganon lang ang paraan para you think I cannot enforce it? Tignan mo, pag may 4 na 3 mayor matay dyan, sunod lahat yan.
Duterte promises clean elections next year. He also jokes he would order the killing not just of the opposing candidates but his own bets in the name of fairness.
Unahin mo yung kapartido ko. Shoot him first para walang masabi. But be sure to shoot the second one, the opponent also.
The number of people killed during Typhoon Ompong, international name Mangkut, rises to 74 Tuesday, September 18. Most of the fatalities come from the Cordillera Administrative Region or CAR. CAR was hit by massive landslides. The Philippine National Police says 55 people are still missing while 74 are wounded. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council says over 800,000 residents are affected by Ompong. Local officials declare a state of calamity in several areas in the wake of devastation left by the typhoon. Senator Sonny Trillanes says the libel case filed by former Davao City Mayor Paulo Duterte is clearly meant to harass him.
So mukhang pinapaspasan nila itong libel case na ito. It's very, very obvious na talagang naghahanap ng mga paraan to shake me down, to harass me. Pero harapin po natin yan.
Paulo Duterte and his brother-in-law Man Scarpio filed separate libel complaints against Trillanes in Davao City. Trillanes allegedly accused the two in a radio interview of conniving with the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board official in demanding a percentage before approving the franchise of ride-hailing firm Uber. Uber no longer operates in the Philippines. The senator says he can't remember the radio interview that Paulo Duterte and Carpio are referring to. Trillanes says the younger Duterte wants to charge him in Davao City where he has influence.
Very obvious yung gusto nilang gawin. Dadali nila dun sa teritoryo nila, mag-i-impluensya sila. At alam nyo, yung mga judges diyan sa Davao City, nakaka-receive sila ng special allowances from the city government. So, yung kapatid, ang mayor. So, maliwanag na medyo makaka-impluensya yon.
The death toll from Hurricane Florence jumps to 31. Authorities in North Carolina say an earlier toll of 17 rose to 25 since Florence made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane Friday, September 14. Rain from the aftermath of Florence can still bring floods, dam failures, and landslides. More than a dozen rivers across North Carolina were already flooded or at critical levels. The National Weather Service says there is an elevated risk for landslides in North Carolina. Emergency officials say around 500,000 residents in the Carolinas are still without electricity. President Donald Trump announces plans to visit the flood-hit region this week. 3 Filipinos are featured in the book Barangay to Broadway, Filipino-American Theater History. Tony Award winners Lea Salonga, Clint Ramos, and Robert Lopez are in the book written by Walter Ang, published in the US and available on Amazon. The book also includes stories of other Filipino-Americans who have been performing in theater groups abroad since the 1900s. Salonga of Miss Saigon fame wrapped up Once on This Island and Annie this year. Ramos is a costume designer who won a Tony for his work in Eclipsed and was nominated this year for Once on This Island. Robert and his wife Kristen Anderson won an Oscar for their song Let It Go from the Disney movie Frozen. They're also behind the song Remember Me from the movie Coco, which also won Best Song this year at the Oscars.